neglect, abuse, bed sores, falls, or medication errors that could have been prevented. I'm Chris Brown from Geiger Legal Group. Our elderly deserve dignity and proper care, not negligence that causes pain and suffering. When nursing homes fail in their duty of care, we fight to hold them accountable. Your loved one's suffering matters. We'll stand up for those who can't stand up for themselves.
Call Geiger Legal Group at 833-HELP-GLG and let us tell your story today.
You snoozed twice this morning, spilled your coffee once, and you've already blamed last night's referee for your morning mood.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's time to embrace the chaos and step into the madness.
Bro, you about to see a side of me you didn't even know existed.
Featuring guests who are over-caffeinated and less reasonable than the average person.
Man, I think it's just ridiculous.
Come on, man. Are you serious? Ugh.
Fans, where else would you rather be than right here, right now? Welcome to the show.
So buckle up. It's time for hot takes and hot mics. This is the Morning Rant, where the only thing more unpredictable is Dave before his third cup of coffee.
I just felt like running.
On WPGY, the Sports Pig.
What's up, North Georgia? It's a Rally Towel Tuesday right here on the Morning Rant. Thanks for joining us live on Sports Pig Radio. The app Billy D is waving the towel, baby. You know what day it is, man. We have got a show for you today. A lot has happened since we got off the air yesterday with Big John Davis on our Monday morning quarterback edition of the program. News breaking, the whole Brandon Sorsby thing blowing up. Again, World Cup, man, the Braves. Obviously, we talked a little bit about, NBA and NHL wrapping up yesterday. U.S. Open this week. I mean, man, the list just goes on and on and on. This may very well be, as a lot of people said, Billy D, the best stretch of sports in this last week that we've seen, maybe ever, but definitely in quite some time.
Oh, there's a lot going on. You got Georgia baseball as well.
Yep,
with the
College World Series. Yes.
Yeah, there's a ton
of stuff right here. Hey, we want to throw it out there, man. We want to hear from you guys today. Our Jasper Coca-Cola text line is now open, 866-888-0744. Yeah, the Dogs, man, fell short last night against Oklahoma, so they are in the what-if game today against Texas, who eliminated Alabama yesterday, so all the SEC teams beating up on each other. Meanwhile, I'm rocking my West Virginia. I do technically have a degree from West Virginia. Not that I've really spent a lot of time in the state of West Virginia, but I am repping my Mountaineer gear today because they are still at it going against Troy, and they're in that bracket with North Carolina and everything. You've got your Next Level Golf Club shirt on.
Well, it just shows that you can get anything with enough money, Dave.
Exactly, man. You roll down slow enough, and they'll throw a diploma in your window in some of these places. So, yeah. But, no, I mean, you had another turn. I know you don't want to talk about it, but I'm going to bring it to the show. I mean, you had another heartbreaking loss, but you're still doing good, man, with the overall points championship, so no need to fret.
Yeah, no, I lost another one by a stroke. But look, these things are hard to win.
One stroke.
They're hard to win.
That's the second time that's happened, right?
That's happened.
My goodness.
So, but for the season, I'm still leading in all the points and everything for the season because I continue to finish in the top 3 or 4 every tournament. So as long as that continues, I've already won 2. So I would just like to get one more under my belt before the end of the season, that's for sure.
There you go. We've already got the text line popping off right here. We started yesterday. Big John threw out some trivia, and he was talking about, the NFL, the losingest winning percentage amongst NFL coaches of all time, with those that have coached at least 50 games. I think the winner was Hugh Jackson, or the loser, I guess, or however you want to call it. We got a texter right now who's already throwing some trivia at us here to start this show off. The question is, where did the LA Dodgers get their name from? So if you guys, I want to give you a chance to answer that. I have an idea. But again, man, chime in and see if you want to play along. 866-888-0744. We've already got people, of course, texting in right here. Let's see. Another one said... let's see here. All right, yeah, there's another one on there that's kind of a related question. So we'll get to that here in a little bit, but we appreciate you guys being with us. We've got an action-packed hour, so we've got to keep things moving. We've got our Now That's What I'm Talking About segment where we recap some things. Our 100% chiropractic moment with Dr. Keith Riggy later in the show. We're going to keep it real with Billy D and let him go in whatever direction he wants to go today. And also our weekly restaurant inspection scores presented by your friends at Papa John's and Ellijay. Better pizza, better ingredients. That's Papa John's. Order online at papajohns.com. Can't wait to hear where you're going today. Man, a lot of things going on. World Cup is the biggest thing that I've actually been paying a lot of attention to the World Cup. And yesterday, tuned in a little bit during the day as much as I could, obviously, with the job. But then last night after I got home, I watched a couple matches. And I think there's, I like soccer. I am one of these people. I mean, I am a soccer fan. But I can understand why there's a lot of people that aren't. Because if you look at the scores from yesterday, Billy D, all right, 0-0, 1-1, 1-1, and 2-2. They played 4 matches yesterday. We didn't have a single winner. What's up with that?
Yeah, that's the part about soccer that is really awful.
Yeah.
If you watched USA on Friday, though, that was pretty exciting.
We put it on Paraguay, baby.
Listen. They had the way they were juking people out on a soccer field. I've never seen soccer played that way, which was exciting.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of these other ones have seemed kind of boring to me, to be honest with you. But the way USA was playing against Paraguay on Friday, that was the most exciting style of soccer I believe I've ever seen. It was just the way they were juking people out was insane.
It's very hopeful. I think that performance gave a lot of U.S. fans hope that maybe this team can at least break through past pool play, as we talked about. And we've thrown it out here on the show a couple of times in the last week or so. They've only won, coming into this World Cup, the U.S. men's team had only won 8 matches since 1930. Pre-World War II. I mean, so again, it hasn't happened very often historically that the U.S. men's soccer team has even gotten a win, much less a couple, in a World Cup tournament.
Well, I'm not a big soccer guru, but I think we're globally ranked 15th, maybe.
Something like that. Yeah.
Something like that.
I have about 40, I think, with the
that's
bracket.
A lot better than we were years ago. So
yeah, exactly.
we made some headway,
Yeah,
right?
there you go. 48, I guess, in the tournament altogether. You got four groups, or 4 teams per 10 or 12 groups, I guess, something like that.
The cool thing I do like about the soccer matches, though, they're continuous. They just never stop.
They keep
so
going.
it just keeps on going, and once it's done, it's done.
There's no commercial breaks other than they have built in these like hydration breaks, these water breaks. They've built those in, because all this heat and humidity, man. We talk about the European mind just simply can't comprehend. Well, that's another thing, man, is the weather and the heat and the humidity they're having a hard time adjusting with there as well. Hey, Braves back at it tonight, 7:15. Again, pregame at 6 p.m. right here on the Sports Pig as the Giants come to town. The Braves losers of 4 out of their last 5. Hopefully they can regain form. Good news, though, on the Spencer Strider front. Elbow surgery looks like is not going to be needed, at least at this point. Negative x-rays on any tears, basically just inflammation. Strider was placed on the 15-day disabled list, and we'll see beyond that, though, if he's able to come back or not. There could be more going on there. It's been kind of a lingering thing. But the initial news, at least, down at the Braves camp is good for Strider. Meanwhile, your first day back here, Billy D, since last Thursday when you and I were on location at Biggin's Barbecue. Want to get your thoughts, man, on the NBA and NHL playoffs as both of those sports now come to an end. The Knicks doing what we thought they would do, and the Spurs, unfortunately, doing what we thought they would do, which is blow another double-digit lead late in the game.
Yeah, so I don't have a whole lot to say about the NHL because I, quite frankly, just didn't watch it. I don't know much about the NHL.
Yeah.
I will say the NBA, though, it was shocking finals from the beginning to the end to me.
Yeah.
I could not believe how poorly the Spurs played mentally in that whole series. They could have very easily been up 3-1. In the last game, they led all the way to They have always said in the NBA you have to know how to close out quarters.
Okay.
And say what you will, the Knicks were closing out quarters. And I think San Antonio is just too young. Wembanyama has to do too much. They needed some better leadership on the team. They need some help for Wembanyama. But look, the Knicks were smarter. They closed out quarters, and that's how you win.
That's how you win. Again, the New York Knicks, man, winning their first NBA Finals in over 50 years. Meanwhile, the Carolina Hurricanes putting it on the Golden Knights as they take the Stanley Cup Finals in 6 games. As we wrap up a couple sports, as we talked about NCAA baseball, the Dogs tonight taking on Texas, needing a win to advance back in to the winner's bracket against Oklahoma. And then, of course, the winner of that moves on even further. A big news breaking earlier, well, I guess last night, the Big 12 had put out some statements about, Brandon Sorsby, the whole gambling thing, kind of where they stood on everything. And since then, across the wire, last night, the president of Texas Tech, again, President Chovanec, put out a statement saying that Brandon Sorsby, the University Board of Regents Chairman Cody Campbell, issued an update on the Brandon Sorsby situation and announced that he will not be a member of the Red Raider football team this fall. When Brendan's lawsuit resulted in the granting of a temporary injunction, we, said this is from the president, saying we found ourselves in a very difficult situation with his health and wellness as our top priority. We supported him in spite of very different perspectives and opinions. Our position was challenged and so on and so on and so on. But again, apparently Brandon Sorsby has entered the NFL supplemental draft, which is coming up, which we haven't seen one of those in a few years. This, of course, as NFL mandatory minicamps are starting up this week as well. So we are going to have a little bit of Falcon talk this week and a little bit here in the show as well, because there's a lot of different directions we can go into. But all these things kind of interconnected. But yeah, man, Sorsby looks like he's not going to be in Lubbock after all this fall.
Thank goodness. I think this was so egregious that everybody came together and said, look, this just can't happen.
Yeah.
And when you start doing lawsuit against lawsuit, they're probably like, this isn't going to go anywhere.
Right.
We need to find a way out.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they did. Cooler heads prevailed. And thank goodness, because you just can't have that in sports.
Yeah.
You can't have it.
Well, and the Big 12 had come out before that, and this might have been part of it. I mean, the president, Texas Tech, it might have been in response to the Big 12, which put out a statement basically saying that universities should not field players who have bet on their own teams' games in college athletics. And then, of course, it went on to say the situation is evolving with pending legal matters and so forth. And then, of course, the response comes out after that from the Texas Tech president. I think there was just way too much heat in this situation. There was no way for Texas Tech to win. They had already suffered a black eye, I think, in a lot of people's opinions. I know Big John Davis, our co-host right here, said the same thing. What a black eye for Texas Tech. So, again, I think ultimately the right thing happened. I think there was probably a little bit too much pressure right there on the Red Raider athletic department, particularly the football program, to try to make something happen. Maybe Sorsby said, you know what, I don't want to bring this kind of negative attention to my university. Who knows all the circumstances behind the scenes there, but regardless, not going to be suiting up for the Red Raiders this football season.
Well, thank goodness. I'm glad that we can pass on that chapter.
Pass on that chapter right there, indeed. Hey, man, a lot of things going on right here on the program. We got a lot of stuff to get to, and we'll continue to do that right after our first break. We'll reveal the answer of our fan question that someone chimed in and said, where did the LA Dodgers get their name from? Again, that's the Jasper Coca-Cola text line. We want to hear from you at 866-888-0744. We'll be right back right here on the home of ESPN Radio in North Georgia on the Sports Pig app and online at sportspigradio.com.
Make your home's air healthier. Green Heating and Cooling can help by installing a Bryant Evolution air purifier just for you. Using Captures and Kills technology, this highly advanced MERV15 filter captures many select airborne pathogens. It also helps improve indoor air quality for both asthma and allergy sufferers by filtering air impurities like dust, pollen, and pet dander. Call to schedule an evaluation. Green Heating and Cooling, your top Bryant authorized dealer, whatever it takes.
Big opinions of the big games from the big mouths.
Man, I think it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's the Morning Rant on WPGY, the Sports Pig, North Georgia's home for ESPN Radio.
Sit down.
Back here on this Rally Towel Tuesday, presented by your friends at Geiger Legal Group. Again, Geiger is North Georgia's #1 personal injury attorney. Give them a shout today at 833-HELP-GLG. That's 833-HELP-GLG, and let them tell your story today. The Professor Dave Garner back alongside my man Billy D right here on this Rally Towel Tuesday, cooking it up as we chop up the latest in the world of local sports. And, man, there's a lot to chop up this morning. We were talking before the break about mandatory minicamp for the NFL, and lo and behold, guess who is back in Flowery Branch. That's right, Mr. James
Pierce
Jr. Making his way to a Flowery Branch's first visit back to the facility since everything went down, as we all know, away from the football field. And it's like Big John says right here throughout the week. Unfortunately, this time of year before you get into camp, you start looking at the police blotter, because that's usually the only news coming out of football is who's getting arrested. And speaking of that, Pierce, again, going through the program right now, trying to get the charges dropped. He's got to go through this whole program, but he is eligible nonetheless to play. As of right now, he is in camp mode this week, as are the Atlanta Falcons and a lot of the other teams around the league.
Well, so he's got to do this for, I think, a year. He has all these stipulations he has to do, counseling, drug-free. Can't see that woman.
Right.
The woman, by the way, has agreed to this. I think people need to know that. She has agreed for all the charges to be dropped. As long as he complies with all these things going on.
Right.
It's interesting to see. We're only like 3 weeks in on that, by the way. But as far as everybody's concerned, it's business as usual because of what they're doing. Now, we don't know what the NFL is going to do. The NFL will, I would think, would probably impose something.
That's what I'm thinking.
Four to 6 games, maybe. Is that this year? Is that next year? I mean, don't know. We'd like to know sooner than later, so we kind of know what's going on or how to plan, that kind of thing, right? But I don't know, man. I mean, he's got a year to do this. It's a guy who's had a history of these things for a very long time. Usually, and all of us know somebody kind of like this. Usually, your first round of trying to get it corrected doesn't happen.
Yeah, right.
You usually fail a couple times before you get it right, just because it's a process, right?
Yeah.
Getting to the right place is a process in all of our lives, right?
Yeah.
So well, I hope he does, but I don't know.
Well, the problem is he's not going to have another chance. I mean, if he botches this, then it's jail time. I mean, there's no, that was the whole stipulation of him being able to get out and go through this program, is that it does not happen again. And there's no repercussions or anything coming from it, this next time or whatever. But regardless, I always go back to last year whenever they had initially drafted him, and everybody was like, well, great talent, this, that, and the other, but somebody had talked about some character issues, and everybody was like, no, that's not the case at all. I mean, this guy's got a clean record. There's nothing going on, nothing to see here. And apparently there was, after all, because everything went down the way it did. By the way, his former, I'm assuming former girlfriend at this point, is a WNBA player. Is pretty well known in a lot of athletic circles. So it was kind of a high-profile relationship to begin with, and now all of a sudden you're really in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. So hopefully, for that young man's sake, and for Falcons fans' sake, I know selfishly, I mean, the guy was a finalist for Rookie of the Year. I mean, he had 10.5 sacks his rookie season. So, you want the guy on the field, but at the same time, you don't want to sacrifice your morals to do it, and so hopefully he'll make right and, moving forward, hopefully he can make things good.
We get excited about people in Atlanta when we finally have one that does a great job, and then we hold on to them for a long time, right? Just like Acuna has this year and a half where he blows up like crazy. Now that's all we think about. We don't think about how he's really been over the last couple of years.
Hurt.
You got Trey. Yeah. You got Trey. That whole thing when he got through New York Knicks and what he did to them. Yeah. And then we kind of let that just linger on forever. Yeah. You remember Devontae Freeman in 2016 for the Falcons, our running back?
Oh, yeah.
And we paid him all this money, and he was never this. We haven't heard from him again.
Well, never the same after that.
Now we got Pierce, and it just goes on and on.
Everybody has a shelf life, and that's the thing, especially in professional sports. However, when you're guaranteeing a certain amount of money, yes, you want to get a return on that investment. And so, I think about the players now, and God forbid I even mention this, but like Bijan Robinson obviously is a guy that, hopefully can stay healthy and have a long, excuse me, excuse me. Wow, allergies. But a long-term career in Atlanta, can live up to, and everything. I mean, he's a very likable guy, and so, but yes, the tendency has been over the years, especially with Atlanta sports, is that these guys typically don't live up maybe to their first contract, but not necessarily their second. But hopefully for James Pierce and some of these other guys, he can just stay out of trouble and stay on the field.
We did lose a first-round draft pick.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, we're just like the Rams,
so that's
man.
part of it as well.
The heck with those picks. Hey, let's answer our trivia question that a listener posed to us when we came on the air today. Where did the LA Dodgers get their name from? I know a lot of Braves fans are like, "Who cares?" But hey, man, the Dodgers are one of the all-time, great franchises there. But yeah, any guesses out there? Do you have any ideas, Billy D?
I didn't know it. I did look it up.
Okay. Well, then we'll. But if you want to reveal the answer, go right ahead. I mean, you can if you've looked it up right there. But again, yeah, the LA Dodgers got their name from their original home, of course, in Brooklyn, New York. They were the Brooklyn Dodgers, and in the late 19th century, and fans attending baseball games had to skillfully dodge the fast-moving, electric streetcars, the trolleys that they had at that time that kind of crisscrossed through the boroughs. And so, again, they were calling the people the Dodgers because you had to dodge those trains.
The trolley Dodgers.
Trolley Dodgers there. So I think a lot of people think, well, draft Dodgers, whatever. No, it was more or less.
It's a pretty cool story.
It's a pretty cool story right there. But thank you for our listener right there chiming in with a little bit of trivia. We always like to throw trivia at you. So, again, we appreciate you guys being with us. Hey, Rally Towel Tuesday right here on the program, a big Friday coming up. Again, our Bradley's Bar and Grill Brunch and Lunch, the second leg of our summer tour, is Friday from 10 to 1. And we hope to see everyone there. Check out our social media. We've got some clips up, some advertisements going on right now. We hope to see everyone on Friday. Again, we're going to be auctioning off some of Big John's jerseys for charity. And so, again, it's going to be a lot of fun. We hope to see you guys there. And, man, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a great day. And hopefully the weather will be nice, but regardless, man, there's going to be a lot of food. And so, yeah, man, we're excited about it. It's going to be fun, and we hope to see you guys there as well because, yeah, man, auctions, food, wings, different barbecue. They're bringing the smoker. I mean, they're going to have all kinds of things going on that day. So, again, if you're anywhere around Lower Roswell Road in East Cobb on Friday, come by and see us at Bradley's Bar and Grill. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hey, let's go ahead and hit some more headlines.
From the buzzer beaters to the big hits. If it's making noise in the world of sports, we've got something to say about it. This is Now That's What I'm Talking About.
That's what I'm talking about.
Your all-access pass to the hottest takes in the world of sports.
All right, so we're here with Billy D. He is our golf expert, rocking the Next Level Golf Club polo again here today. One stroke off the lead over the weekend, but my man is still the points leader right now. With a sizable lead, hopefully you can keep it going. But, hey, speaking of U.S. Open this week, man, let's not forget, in the midst of all the NBA and NHL and World Cup and this, that, and the other, golf is still going on, man. There's a major coming up. And, yeah, man, it'll be a fun weekend.
Shinnecock. That's where
back at the Shinnecock.
That's where we're playing.
Golf Hills. Yeah.
It's exciting. They're going to, from what I was reading and looking, it looks like they're going to make it a little easier than last time. Now,
so how do you do that? Pin placement? I mean,
no. I mean, they can.
The course is the course. I mean,
no, sir. So what you
I
can
put
do,
that out there for you. I threw you a softball there.
You can widen the fairways. You can shrink the fairways. You can do a lot of different things with how you do the cuts,
right? Yeah.
To make it different.
I was gonna say, we moving trees or what, man? Come on.
Even some of the local courses, whenever they have big tournaments that come up, they will shrink the fairways. They'll bring them in, say maybe
they'll
5 to 10 yards
leave a longer cut on the edges. Yeah.
So they'll do those things, but traditionally the U.S. Open has always been the toughest challenge of these golfers every year. Your winners are usually 5-6 under, something like that.
Right.
So I don't know if because if it's going to be windy, that changes things a lot. If there's going to be wind up there, then maybe that's why they were going to open it up a little bit because ball has to land somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know what those conditions are like, but hopefully it's still the tough. I think a lot of it's just like to see the pros struggle.
Yeah, no, because they like to feel better about their own game.
Yeah,
exactly. I know I do. Hey, man.
For sure,
He hit it in the
for sure.
water. That's exactly what I would have done.
Yeah. It's fun watching them struggle. I'll just be honest with you. I enjoy it.
Yeah, and then pitching fits. And Scotty Scheffler's been showing a little bit of his, tantrums here lately.
It's amazing what happens when you're not winning.
Yeah, when you're not winning and things aren't going as well, that tends to happen. Hey, we want to hear from you. Who do you like this weekend in the U.S. Open? 866-888-0744. Let us know right here on this Rally Towel Tuesday edition of the Morning Rant. Appreciate you guys being with us right here on the home of ESPN Radio in North Georgia. U.S. Open, and we're going to have a little – John sent me the thing this morning, and he said, hey, tell Billy D and tell Coop to pick their 8, and so maybe we'll do another little golf pool right here and try to figure it out.
Right.
You got a tournament this weekend?
I do not have
So you're off this weekend. Oh, you got tennis. All right. How's that going?
It's going pretty good. I've started out pretty well. My son and I have our own little league we're doing too, so we have a match tomorrow night.
There you go, man. I tell you what, man, you're the most active guy I know. I mean, so, hey, good for you, man. I need to follow in your footsteps, man. I'm telling you, golf, tennis, 2-3 times a week. You can do that when you have the kind of level of income that you have, though. You have the ability to break away and do all that kind of stuff. So
keep the weight down, brother.
Again, our Jasper Coca-Cola text line, 866-888-0744. A lot of stuff still coming up in the back half hour of this 1 hour show, which is the fastest in all of sports talk radio. Tomorrow in our Winging It Wednesday, we'll be talking a little bit more about football minicamp. We'll go down memory lane with the refrigerator mover. And then on Thursday, man, Tailgate Thursday, back with Will Cooper, the Golden Boy. We'll have our Tomahawk Braves take. Hopefully have some good news to report by then. Of course, our high school prep rally as well as we climb ever closer to the start of high school football. Again, I know for most teams in Georgia, that's August 31st. So, yeah, a lot of things still coming up. Denny Hamlin, man, and I know excuse me, Billy, I know you're not a big race fan, but man, Hamlin is on a heater. Third race in a row, he's cutting into Tyler Reddick's points lead right there. Meanwhile, did you see the UFC Freedom 250? I said it yesterday, man. Nothing screams America more than the Thunderbirds and the Blue Angels roaring over the White House as a backdrop for guys just pummeling each other. It was a main event card all throughout the night, and even ended with a big upset from an American. So that was Sunday, of course, for those of you that have Paramount Plus. But yeah, man, it was just like an overloaded weekend. I mean, you couldn't have even had enough TVs set up to have captured everything that was going on.
Listen, as a fighter jet nerd from a kid, even to now, I've gone to some of these air shows. It's awesome.
Yeah,
it's absolutely awesome. There's nothing cooler than seeing those things fly over you. If you've never been to one of those air shows, check one out. Look them up.
They're
see where
awesome.
they do a lot in Rome. They've done several in Rome, but they're awesome. They're so much fun. And, that's America all the way.
All America right there, man. Yeah, I've seen the Blue Angels a couple different times down in Pensacola, and they always do the sneak. They always have the one that does the real low flyby real quick that catches everyone off guard, and you're like, oh, my goodness, everybody's hitting the ground. It's wild. But, again, yeah, nothing like it, man. It was a great event, and so, we appreciate everyone tuning in right here. Hey, we're up against our second break. When we come back, we will hear from our favorite chiropractor, and we'll let Billy D keep it real with this week's Rally Towel Tuesday. Also, our restaurant inspection scores coming up as well. Keep it locked right here on the home of ESPN Radio in North Georgia on the SportsPig app and online at sportspigradio.com.
Welcome to your hometown pub. Open 7 days a week, the pub in Ella J is your happy hour hangout. They offer a variety of dishes to satisfy every palate, and their friendly staff is here to ensure a wonderful time. Join them for daily happy hour specials Monday through Thursday. And don't forget, every Wednesday is Wing Wednesday with $1 wings all day long. Located at 941 Maddox Drive in East Ella J. Open Sunday through Wednesday till midnight, Thursday through Saturday till 2 a.m. The pub in Ella J, where every visit feels like home. We bring the heat. You bring the trash talk.
Come on, man. Are you serious?
It's the Morning Rant, live on the SportsPig app and sportspigradio.com.
Back here on this Rally Towel Tuesday edition of the Morning Rant, presented by your friends at Geiger Legal Group. Dave Garner alongside Billy Dowd right here on a Tuesday. Little overcast here in North Georgia, maybe a little bit of rain throughout the afternoon, just spotty, but nonetheless still a little cool though, a little breezy over the last day or two. It's nice.
Love it.
Nice little change of pace there after a couple of really hot days and some stuffy days there. But appreciate you guys being with us right here, man. We've already covered a lot of ground here in the first 30 minutes of the program. Coming up, man, it is going to be Billy D keeping it real. And again, you're not going to want to, tune away from that because he always brings some interesting takes. You and I had fun, man, last Thursday at Biggins Barbecue. And I do want to congratulate owners David and Lindsay West. They were not there that day because they were having a baby.
Oh,
they were in the hospital.
Congratulations!
And everything's good. And so again, we just want to say congratulations to our friends at Biggins Barbecue. There, we appreciate them being on board with us. But yeah, you and I did the live show last Thursday for 2 hours. Had a few folks stop by, even a Knicks fan that grew up with our owner Darren Sutherland, by the way. And so yeah, we had a few people stop by there, but it was a lot of fun.
Oh, it was awesome. We stayed and had lunch, and really good.
There you go, man. Yeah, a little bit of barbecue. You know what I did? I went off course a little bit because I've had the barbecue several times and it's awesome. It's best barbecue in the South as we talk about. But again, I went with a little dip. I like some of their other stuff too, man. Some of their other stuff is very underrated. We're going to have our restaurant inspection scores coming up in the last segment of the program as well. But I went with the steak and gravy, man. The white gravy, and it was fantastic. I mean, steak and gravy. They got good chicken fingers. They got other stuff. So even if you're not a barbecue fan, which most everybody's a barbecue fan, but even if you ain't a barbecue fan, they got something for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it looked good over there. I was slat full from
you
what
had
I had.
that. What did you have? You had that thing that had, cheese. Barbecue. Like
It was so messy. It was awesome.
Yeah, that's the only way. If it ain't messy, then it ain't.
I can't remember the name of it.
It's like was that
pick it out.
They had all them creative names of all those sandwiches, and I couldn't remember what it was.
I can pick it out. I don't remember the name of it.
There we go. Hey, that's all right, man. We appreciate you guys being with us. Hey, joining us right now, as always, on Tuesdays, our favorite chiropractor. That's right, Dr. Keith Riggy from 100% Chiropractic in Canton, joining us right here on the program, talking a little bit about the Merrick chart and some of the things that folks can do as far as, we've talked about stretches, we've talked about different things. Last week, we touched on the top of the spine there. We talked about the cervical part of the spine, the thoracic cavity of the spine there, and I went in to see Dr. Keith because I'm going to be transparent, guys. I have been going to see Dr. Keith and letting him work on me a little bit because I'm like, I need the adjustment. When I met Dr. Keith, man, I was, we were kind of looking for a different partner for the show. But man, it's done a lot for me already. I mean, I'm totally feeling a difference. So today, Dr. Keith, I want to go further down the spine. Let's talk about the bottom half there, if you will. And let's start with the lumbar spine because a lot of people don't realize that there are different body functions and different things that people deal with that are tied directly to your spine. For example, your intestines, your kidneys, all those things are tied to your lumbar spine. So tell us a little bit more about that and give us an education about that region of the spine.
Absolutely. So one of them definitely would be asthma, having trouble breathing. There's a large part of innervation that comes from the upper part of the thorax. That was something that I actually suffered from when I was a kid. There's a lot of other things like blood pressure problems is probably another big one that we deal with. And then, of course, it's going to be digestion problems. People that are having difficulty digesting food one way or another. There's just a lot. That symptom is very broad, but there's a lot of things that can go on with the digestive system, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. And with the thoracic cavities we talked about and some different things as well. And with the lumbar, I mean, a lot of people deal with lower back pain. I mean, that's one of the things that you hear a lot. My man Billy D right here playing golf, tennis, different things. We talk about wearing a lot of our stress up in our neck and of course our shoulders and things like that as well. But moving a little bit further down to those like L1 through L5 regions right there, talk a little bit about that and how that affects people.
Absolutely. So one of the big things is going to be things that are associated with your intestines. So, like constipation, diarrhea, things like that can certainly be aggravated. The biggest thing as far as lumbar problems when people come in my office, it's going to be sciatic pain for the most part. I mean, a lot of people have that pain that comes from their lower back and into their legs, causing numbness, pain. And, when you have pain down your lower back, it can really just stop your life where it's going really, really quick. So that's probably one of the biggest ones. But there is, Dave, you and I can talk for an hour about this stuff. I can just keep listening on, but that's probably the major complaint that we get from the lower back.
Yeah, there you go. Definitely a very common problem right there as well. Let's go ahead and finish off the spine here. You were making fun of me because I was calling it the sacrum and different stuff because I'm an idiot. But hey, it's the sacrum, man. It's the very bottom part of that spine there as well. Tell us a little bit about what's tied to the bottom part, the very bottom part of the spine there, the sacrum, and some of the things that medically are tied to that.
Yeah, so the sacrum, Dave, you're going to have problems with infertility of that area, bladder problems, urination problems, whether it's frequent or infrequent, and even believe it, erectile dysfunction problems as well.
All right. So there you go. So a lot of different things going on right there. Dr. Keith, appreciate you being with us. Tell folks where they can find you.
People can find us on Facebook, on Instagram. I even got a YouTube page going that's got all my new material in it. SportsPigRadio.com is my favorite.
Well, it better be. So appreciate you doing that.
Financial scams are on the rise, and with AI, they're getting more and more sophisticated every day. If someone pressures you to act quickly, ask for secrecy, or request payment through gift cards, wire transfers, or cryptocurrency, stop. Legitimate financial professionals don't rush you or demand unusual payment methods. Before you send money or share personal information, slow down and verify. Protect your future. When in doubt, ask questions.
If you're suspicious of a scam, call the team at Foundation Wealth today at 706-278-0214.
Draw attention, if nothing else, and so sure. I think it'll be exciting to have them back in there. So man, my golf and tennis expert Billy D with us right here again on the Rally Towel Tuesday edition of the Morning Rant, brought to you by your friends at Geiger Legal Group. We have covered a lot of ground here today. Want to go back to minicamp for just a moment. Again, the Falcons opening up, as we mentioned earlier, with James Pierce Jr. in attendance in Flowery Branch. But let's talk a little bit about the Falcons team. I mean, what is the biggest takeaway that you want to come out of? And I know we don't, as casual fans, don't always know exactly what's going on when it's, mini camp and it's not really open to the public. But what's the biggest takeaway that you hope the Falcons will pull from these next few days and this week?
What do I hope how the Falcons will feel, or what I want to see out of them?
What do you want to see out of them? I mean, what do we want to happen as fans?
Man, I just want to know what's going to happen with Pierce, and I'd like to know who our quarterback's going to be.
Right.
I think those are just two huge unknowns going into the season that I would just like to know. I don't know that we'll know it, but I would like to. I would hope to. A lot of people getting a little bit more excited about the Falcons because of the way some things have unfolded.
Yeah.
I'm still not so excited because at the end of the day, we still don't have a quarterback, in my opinion.
Right.
So, we are only expected to win 6 games.
Yeah, that's kind of the over-under.
The over, which is the lowest it's ever been.
Right.
Which is interesting. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, and I joke around about it. You and I joke around about it. And for like the last 10 years, like I've been within a game of predicting the Falcons' record. Now, last year I lost that because I predicted 6 and they won 8.
But usually they predict more than we win, and they only predicted 6 this coming year. So that gives me a lot of pause.
Well, yeah, it does, and they obviously know something, or at least they think they know something that we don't. So from that standpoint, you do have to wonder, like, okay, but I think you've said it. I think the reason is because there's too many questions at the quarterback position. And as we know, in a quarterback-driven league, when you've got questions at that position, then everything else is kind of up in the air.
I think it's funny because actually you could go on a run for several weeks and then just the bottom drop out of it.
Or we've seen it happen.
Or you can just stink the whole year.
Yeah.
That's really – we don't know with this team.
You don't know. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens, man. We will definitely continue that conversation as we tease you. We whet your appetite a little bit with some NFL talk right here, of course, leading up this week. Getting started is the minicamp. Again, mandatory minicamps for most of the NFL teams. And we'll have some reports from Flowery Branch as well as we keep our ear to the ground. Thanks for joining us right here on the program, man. We are out of time, again, right here on this Rally Towel Tuesday presented by your friends at Geiger Legal Group. Once again, my man Billy D hanging with me right here on a Tuesday, bringing it as always. Thanks, partner.
You got it, man. Enjoy it.
There we go. We'll see you next time right here on the program. Hey, thanks for joining us. Social media, again, the Morning Rant on Instagram and YouTube. Also uploaded on our website, that's sportspigradio.com, and wherever you listen to your favorite daily podcasts on both Apple and Android platforms, including Spotify and Podbean. Catch me on Twitter at DaveGarner777. Also, again, our Jasper Coca-Cola text line. Write it down, jot it down, take a picture of it, whatever. 866-888-0744. We want to hear from you. Hey, Chuck Oliver up next with Southern Sports Today. We'll see you tomorrow morning right here on the program. Thanks for joining us.
When you get hurt from an accident, it can feel like no one is listening to you. The insurance company talks over you. The bills keep coming. It's like the pain and inconvenience doesn't even matter to them. But your story does matter. And here at Geiger Legal, we will make sure your story is heard loud and clear. My name is Casey Geiger, and my firm stands up for people who have been wronged through someone else's negligence. Let us tell your story. Let us get the justice you deserve, and let's start today.
Call Geiger Legal Group at 833-HELP-GLG. That's 833-HELP-GLG, and let us tell your story today.